Sinawanahonata. Aho Sinawanahe. Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Greeting you a hello, or a hello and greetings, however it's said. And welcome to Warrior Wednesday. It's Warrior Wednesday. Aho Sinawanahonata. Aho Sinawanahe. I just rolled back into Sedona. I was in LA for a week, visiting mom and my brothers and sisters, well, most of them, and seeing clients and seeing friends and all of that stuff like that there. And how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's well in the new year. We're coming up on the full moon on Friday, I hope. And if you're in the New River, Cave Creek area, Friday, as a matter of fact, I will be holding new full moon, full red wolf moon ceremony at Wendy Becker's, and it's by donation, and we've got about 12 to 15 people coming. If you're in the area, give me a call at 818-442-1717, and I'll give you the address, and you can come and you can enjoy that and partake. It's a time of letting go. It's a time of giving up those things, and if you didn't do it before the new year, you're not going to do it now. So let's just do it. Let's just come on out and do that for the new year. I hope. So I've been thinking about some things. I'm always thinking about something. Actually, I shouldn't say thinking. I'm always feeling about things. I feel about things. I don't spend a lot of time up here thinking and spinning on the wheel, because there's no point in nothing up here. I hope. So my question for you today is, do you love yourself enough to do something about the rest of your life? Or are you going to sit on your hands and sit on your laurels and just live life lackadaisical in the mediocre way that you've been doing? And you ask yourself, why don't I do this, and why don't I do that, and why don't I do the other thing? Why do I keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again? Why do I keep doing the same things over and over and over again? Why do I keep picking the same women over and over and over again? Why do I keep picking the same men over and over and over again? The fact of the matter is, if you do those things, you have a broken picker. Your picker is broken. And you need to fix your picker, which means you need to pick you. Aho. Do you take a look at the traumas that you've experienced in your life? Do you look at the situations that happened in your life that have traumatized you, and do nothing about the end result? The end result is your behavior right here, right now, in this present moment, in this present place, at this present time. Do you do anything about those traumas and those hurts and those shames and those wounds? Do you? It's a simple answer. It's either a yes or a no. And the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Which is it? There's no gray area. There's no middle ground. It's either yes or it's no. And I know this for fact, because I lived my life in my past. I lived my life in my hurt. I lived my life in my wounds for almost all of my life. The first half of the duality of my lifetimes. I lived that way. I no longer live that way. And I do everything I can to change my life and to be an example of change, so you can be champions of change, and champions in your life, and champions of loving yourself, and champions of caring for yourself, and champions of giving to yourself, and giving to your kids a new and different life. Aho. When I was in LA, I went over to see my sister, my baby sister, Yolanda, and she lives across the street from my mother's house where I was staying. And I went over and had a conversation with her, and I told her how proud I was of her, because her kids, the way they've grown up, there's two, they're in college, and they don't get in any trouble. They've never been in any trouble. The youngest one is 10 or 11, and she's in school, and she excels in everything they all do, in art and in music and in sports, and you name it, they do it. And I told her how proud I was, because those up like we grew up. I gotta tell you, I grew up and I became a drug addict. I became an alcoholic. I was a womanizer. I would lie, steal, and cheat. Excuse me, and I didn't hide that. And as much as that may be shameful of me to say to you, I'm not ashamed because I overcame those things because I know where those things came from. I was a womanizer and I didn't care. And if you had feelings about me, I pretty much didn't care. But my life has changed because I have feelings about everything because I know how to be in my feelings and not thinking about my feelings. You know, I've been in 12-step programs for 28 years. At the end of this month, I'll be sober 28 years, excuse me, on the 26th. And, being there helped me to get sober and it helped me to scratch the surface, but there's more to be done. Those of you who are 12-steppers, there's more to be done. And if you're not doing it, you're settling for mediocrity. You're settling for the same stuff. If you're smoking cigarettes, if you're smoking vape, and you're giving yourself that as an excuse for love, because that's not love. When you get your feelings butt hurt and you take a puff of the cigarette, a puff of the vape, hey man, you need to ask yourself, what am I doing? What's the hurt that's hurting me that I'm trying to fix and cover up? Because you can only do that for so long before the broken heart starts to develop heart disease, breast cancer, lung disease, and all kinds of other things. So do you live with a broken heart? And are you trying to fix it with things that will actually kill you? Take the time for this full red wolf moon. Red is earth. Red is root. Red is ground. Red is root chakra. Be rooted and fruited. Wolf is protector. Wolf is solitary, but needs the pack. I hear people all the time say, oh, I can do it myself. Oh, no, I don't need anybody. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because those who are alone will die alone. I don't want to die alone. You know, I do not want to die alone at all. So I have my pack. And I have my pack over with my friend Wendy Becker and friends over in New River. I have my pack here in Sedona. I have my pack in Los Angeles. I have my pack on the East Coast. I have packs everywhere. I carry wolf medicine. I am solitary, but I need the pack. Wolves will hunt small little rodents and things on their own, but when it comes time to eat, they hunt in packs. They need the rest of the pack to bring that animal down. They can't do it on their own. So if you want to survive, you have to be part of the pack. Be part of the common unity of the community. Are you bringing your medicine, if you have any, to your community? Are you standing in your root? Are you the tree that doesn't get knocked down by the four winds? What are your four winds? I have mine. I had mine. And I'm sure that some will pop up during the rest of my life. But I do not run from the four winds. If I lose a branch, fine. If I lose my leaves, fine. But this tree remains standing. Are you ready to become rooted and fruited? Are you ready to extend your branches into the heavens and allow the birds of the air to nest in your branches and eat of your fruit? And what is your fruit? Your fruit is of how you share the experience of how A to point B. You share the experience of your healing, not of your tragedies and your traumas. No, the steps you took to go from point A to point B. What were they? What was it? What can it be? And if you don't know what they are, give me a call. And if you need mentoring to get through things, I can help you. If you need a healing session, come see me. I can help you. If you need a drum session to be cleared, just like an energy healing, to be cleared and balanced and aligned, come see me. You can do that by coming to Sedona. You know, you can go to a healer wherever you are every week and drop $100, $50, $150, $200, $300, and have the same end result when you walk out the door. I'm not here to have you have the same end result when you walk out the door. I'm here to give you guidance. I'm here to show you the path. I'm here to mentor you into a new way of being, of letting go and receiving the gifts and the abundance and the guidance that's necessary for you to grow into that tree. Aho, 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 aho. Oishino, oishino. Oishino, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I ask that question all the time. And a lot of you say yes. And then you sit on your hands and sit on your laurels and you don't do anything because you're watching CNN, you're watching MSN, you're watching ABC, CBS, whatever BS news is on, you're sitting there doing. But your world is falling apart in front of you. In your alcoholism and your drug addiction and your overeating and your obesity and whatever it is. And I'm talking about these things because I have been all those things. Those of you who have been following me for more than 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, know that I was once obese. I was once hiding behind my obesity of protection. And what was I hiding from? Kept me from 3 things. It kept me from you. It kept me from God. But worst of all, it kept me from me. So I had to let it go. The jig was up. I had to do something about it. Aho, aho, shinawana, honata. Thank you, Great Spirit. Aho, shinawana. Hey, thank you, brothers and sisters. I had to do something about it, and I became willing to become willing. Are you willing to let go? Are you willing to step up for yourself and not wait for somebody to step up for you? A boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, whatever excuse that you think you need to have to come from outer sources. You don't need those. Go inside, go into the inner source of the source that is you and say yes to you after a lifetime of no's. Give yourself the yes that you deserve. On Friday, January 10th, at the full red wolf moon. Write those things down. Put them into the fire. Offer tobacco. Make an offering. Go out and buy tobacco and make an offering of tobacco for those intentions that you want to change and morph and transform and transmute and transition and transcend through. Aho. Aho, oishino, oishino, oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Aho, shino, honata. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Oh, I want to thank everybody for coming to Fearless Friday, Warrior Wednesday. And thank you for listening. And if anything that I talk about moves you, feel free to call me at 812-1717 or reach out to me at walkingcrow at Sacred Drum. walkingcrow at sacreddrummedicine.com. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful evening. If you're in the Sedona, New River, Phoenix, Cave Creek area, Carefree area, Anthem area, come out, give me a call. We're having ceremony on Friday night at 6 p.m. in New River. Aho. Aho. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana hey. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Aho. I want to dedicate this particular video to an elder of mine who crossed over today, or yesterday, today. His name is Papa Luz Gallegos. He was an elder in my ceremonial lodge in San Fernando, back in Los Angeles. And I went to go see him yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday at Kaiser, 2 days ago, actually. I went and sang to him and offered tobacco, and I took him some sage, and he crossed over. It was his time. He was a very wise man, and he imparted a lot of his wisdom to me, and I'm glad to be able to have known him, and I can't wait till I the direction of the north. Aho. Aho. I have many people close to me this year that have gone over, and Ian Cardwell is one, Kelly's little dog Brandy, my Uncle Sal, my Aunt Barbara, and a few others. And I want to honor them. And I mention them because it's important to remember the dead, because they were part of the living. Aho, and they still are. So, Papa Luz, I love you. I thank you for being in my life and being in the lives of all the men that passed through that ceremony, in the common unity of the community. Aho. Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, asking you to have a beautiful and blessed evening. Good night.